All right, everybody, let's talk about this so-called technical recession Canada is apparently in. Because if this is what a recession looks like, then my wife said, I hope we never see explosive growth. And she's a recruiter at one of the biggest staffing agencies on the planet. She sees the labor market before the economists even wake up. So here's what actually happened. On Friday, Statistics Canada dropped the number that nobody, and I mean nobody, was expecting. 80,000 new jobs in May. Not 5,000, not 10,000, not flat. 88,000. And unemployment fell from 6.9 to 6.6%. That's not a recession behavior. That's not even a slowdown behavior. That's the engine coughed once and kept going. And then you look at construction, 27,000 jobs. Construction doesn't hire unless something is moving. You don't bring in crews unless projects are funded, materials are ordered, and the money is flowing. Construction is forward-looking sector. If they're hiring, the economy is not collapsing, period. Then you've got the youth numbers, and this is one that shocked me. 99,000 full-time jobs for youth workers ages 15 to 24. That's not a typo. That's not a rounding error. That's a surge. Now, youth unemployment is still high at 13.4%, but that kind of full-time jump means the bottom of the labor market is thawing. And wages? They're still rising, just slower. 3.3 in May, down from 4.5 in April. That's exactly what Bank of Canada wants to see before a rate cut. Inflation pressures cooling without the economy falling apart. And here's the kicker, the GDP flash, a GDP flash. Estimates say the economy is growing again, not shrinking, not spiraling, growing. So the technical recession label, basically a math trick. 2 tiny quarters of decline, not broad, not deep, not persistent. Economists are literally saying, yeah, this doesn't meet the real recession criteria. Now, let me bring in the real expert. See, because my wife, she's a recruiter. She's in the trenches. She sees the job requests and the contracts, the hiring freezes, the panic, long before the headlines ever catch up. And her reaction to all of this, if this is a recession, I hope we never see explosive growth. And she's right, because explosive growth is chaos. Explosive growth is 200 open requests, hiring managers, screaming candidates, ghost wages, wars, burnout, onboarding, disaster. And recruiters working 12-hour days just to keep the lights on. What we have right now is something economists dream about, a soft landing. The economy slowed, the inflation cooled, but it didn't crash. And now it's stabilizing again. But the headline? Oh, they love this word, recession. It gets clicks, it gets fear, it gets attention. Meanwhile, the actual data is sitting there like, guys, we just added 88,000 jobs. So yeah, if this is a recession, then it's the most polite Canadian recession ever. It apologized on the way in, and it didn't take a break, and left the place cleaner than it found it. And honestly, I'll take that over explosive growth any day. Like, follow, and subscribe, and we'll catch you again. Have a good morning.